as a fighter. You know, what did you work on this particular camp? Say, I got to get better at this, particularly, to make me a better fighter. Was there anything?
It's the fact just staying sharp. It's the fact that moving in and out of my combinations. Defense as well. To make sure my defense is staying tight, staying sharp, and just being able to be able to move around the ring like I want to. Before in the past, I was very stationary, and I didn't know certain things. I just didn't know certain things. Like with the Guerrero fight, he pushed me back on the ropes, and I didn't have the knowledge at the time to know how to spin off, do this and do that.
Turn them, spin them, get them angles. Exactly. So you worked on your footwork. That's what you worked on.
Of course. So like I'm over at Berto now. He's just he's just tremendously technical. I call him the professor. He's literally he go to the gym and it feels like we're in class. I've never been in a situation like that. You know what I mean? But I'm still like a work in progress as well. So like I said, we just pound it out in the gym and work hard, but then we work really smart.
And also with your opponent, he got weaknesses, he has strengths, right? What do you feel like his strength is, and what do you feel like you can capitalize on for sure? No, but because we got to see that and tell the story for you. You know what I mean? Because we want to see an improved, better Berto. You know what I'm saying?
Lopez, I think it's just one thing to him that really separates him, that really catches everybody's eyes. He's just tough as hell. He's tough as hell. He'll take shots and keep coming. He's one of those guys that just won't sit down. Just be rolled over. He showed that in Ortiz fight. He showed that even in my doctor, he came right at it. So he's a tough nosed guy. But I think I just got everything in my arsenal to be fast in my pocket. Because I'm fast, I'm strong, and just the fact that you utilize everything like I need to utilize.
All right. Let me ask Shawn Porter a question.
Yeah.
Hey, Shawn, you coming off of your first loss? I want to ask, how does it feel dealing with the first loss, and how long did it take for you to psychologically get over it?
I don't want to downplay the loss like I didn't care about it, or make it seem like losing is okay, because it's not. But at the same time, I understood that my life is not over, my career is not over. I didn't get hurt, I didn't get knocked down, I didn't get knocked out. As far as I'm concerned, it was a fight that didn't go my way. A fight that, even though I saw it one way watching it, the judges just didn't see it the way I saw it. So with that, I had to go along and do what every boxer should do, which is learn from the mistakes that I made in that fight. Learn from, things I did right and the things I did wrong, and just move forward. I immediately began back training, not out of anger or anything like that, but just out of the fact that I knew it was what I was supposed to do. Had I won the fight, I would have done the same thing. So I treated that fight as if I lost it, but I needed to win something from it, and I just got right back in the gym and got going.
How many times did you go back home and watch that tape?
Honestly, I watched it in my dreams more than I watched it on TV. I think total on TV, I probably watched it 6 times, maybe 5 or 6 times. And then that's what I'm saying. I didn't take the loss lightly. I dreamt about it every night for a good month or 2, probably a little bit longer than that. And of course, I'd be playing basketball, start thinking about it. I'd be playing cards and start thinking about it. It was on my mind, but I couldn't let it defeat me. I couldn't let it hold me down, and that's not the type of person that I am. So, I was able to, move on in the right way, I think.
How do you use that as fuel for the fire and using it as a stepping stone to retire and dig deeper?
More than anything, I used it in the gym. Just reminding myself not to make those same mistakes, not to do those same things. And at this point now, I'm just looking forward to Roberto Garcia. Aside from talking to the media, I don't think about the fight at all. You won't see new, you will see improved, you will see a lot of different things just because of the fact that the fighter that I'm fighting against is just a different fighter from Kilburn. So you're gonna see a lot in this fight. You're gonna see a variety. You're gonna see some versatility from Team Porter.
What are the things that you say you had went back and you say you felt like you had to do better? What were some of those things? Can you point out?
Oh yeah,
You
well,
felt like you were doing
when
wrong.
when I'm watching the fight and I'm coming back to the corner and I'm watching myself and I'm thinking, in my head, I know what I'm feeling like at that moment. I know what I'm going through. So during the fight, I can hear my dad yelling certain things and I'm waiting on it. It's not happening, and that's not like me. So immediately I said, why is that happening? I just felt like in that fight, I got overzealous. I got too excited. I got over aggressive, looking for the knockout, knowing that any punch can be the knockout. Go for it instead of continuing to listen to the corner at all times during the fight. I think that was one main thing.
You look more lean. It's like you have more lean muscles
so?
than more bulk. Did you
Work
do
hard, man. We working hard. Nothing. The diet hasn't changed. We still eating the same things. I think my body is just is learning that when it's time to go, it's time to get there and all that kind of stuff. We push ourselves every day. So I don't know. I can't say we've lost the weight any quicker, slower, easier, anything like that. I just know that I'm in a great place in my life, and I'm just blessed to be here right now.
What did the father say to you when everyone left the dressing room to re-encourage you after the fight?
I don't think we didn't really have any in-depth discussions about the fight until we had gotten home. I think at that point after the fight, everyone's emotions were high. We've experienced this before, but not on a professional level. So, I think overall we were just trying to keep each other in the right frame of mind, right positive attitude, and just make it through it. We made it through it. We're fine.
What's your intensity level at right now?
Very, very high. Very high. I'll say what Berto said, man. Who's the highest?
I don't know. You got
Well, I thought about it too, because Berto is over here and he's doing his thing, but I can't help but feel his energy. And then we got Antonio Tarver in the middle of us. You got three fighters right here, and I'm sure he felt that, man. The energy is just bouncing off of each other. You know what I mean? So the intensity it stays high because that's where it needs to be. So I think right now I can say that me personally, my intensity level is right where it needs to be. I'm gonna keep it here, keep it moving. That's what separates us from most fighters is we have that kind of connection, that understanding of one another, of what we should expect. There are points in the fight we're watching it and he doesn't need to say it because I already know what needs to be done. But then he pauses it and reiterates for me what I didn't do, and all I can do is sit there and be like, "You're right," But I'll say, and we agreed. We didn't feel like we lost the fight, but there was a lot to learn from it.
Do you think the fans or the critics were too critical because they were saying he wasn't ready or this and that or whatever they were saying?
I don't know if they were too critical or not. All I know is I have to get in there and do my job and do it the right way. PBC has come together with Spike TV and they called on me to start it off, and I'm going to start it off the right way.
And if you could describe your opponent's style to the fans, how would you say his style?
He's a strong fighter. He's a straightforward fighter. He's flat on his feet, but he's got some bricks in his gloves. He likes to throw hard shots, throw power punches, and so we're gonna just move, capitalize on his misses, and dig deep and hit him and hurt him.
Was there any talks of you going across the pond to get your belt back? And how close were you to making that happen?
Not as far as I am aware of. I stay out of the business. I allow my father to handle that. We continue to train September, October, September.
Well, you're always in
October,
shape.
November.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were looking for a fight in December. That didn't happen, and then we were looking for a fight in January. That didn't happen. So I follow his lead. He says, you know, he lets me know when and where, and we get going.
You mind if I pass the question on to you?
Go for it.
How close were you? Were there any discussions about a rematch, going across the pond to get the belt back, or?
Nah, they have no interest in fighting us. They've never mentioned us. He's the champion, but you never hear him say anything about beating us or how bad he beat us or anything to that effect. So he was just happy to get that. I don't think we could have went to England and held him all night and got a decision. I just don't think we could have did that. So, you know, I'm Shawn's worst critic. Julie can attest to that. She known him since he was a baby boxer. Shawn and I, we did discuss the fight not that night or even in the upcoming week. It was some time before we discussed it, but when we did discuss it, I looked it over and there was no way. I mean, I tried as much as I could to give Kel rounds or lean in that direction, but I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? So with that being the case, I being his worst critic, I had to be the one to stand up to him and say, hey man, I didn't feel that you lost the fight. So we moved forward, we learned from it. They have no interest in fighting us. We got dropped immediately from the IBF rankings, so there would never be an opportunity for us to rematch him. Then they quietly had a title eliminator fight, so he's going to fight somebody from another country and start looking for other guys. I hear that he's looking at Marquez and he's looking at Brandon Rios, but he won't mention our names.
Was it
Shawn,
more?
Shawn, you had rightfully improved, with the Maldonado fight before that, the Evan Alexander fight, 2 excellent performances. And at that point, I think you'll agree that people were saying that you could be the next person for the next few years. Expectations are pretty high. How badly do you want to get those back? And how much of a quality opponent is he for you to display those similar talents?
Well, you know what? I'll say this. I still am the next guy, and I still want to be the next guy. Obviously, I just have to get here and do what I'm supposed to do. I have no doubt in my mind that I will. No doubt in my mind that we're going to look great Friday night. I'm excited about it. I'm really just tired of talking about it. I want to get it done. I like to, let my actions speak. I don't, really like to say too much about what I'm going to do, what I want to do. I like to just get in there, show the critics, show the fans, and let them be pleased with my performance and excited about my performance. So that's it for me.
My body's up for one night.
Did you feel 100% in the previous fights before this one, though?
You know what? I'm one of those guys, man. I can't lie to you. I'm one of those guys. Like I just come from that hard type of household. I fought, fractured hands. I fractured my hand a week before the fight. I still fought, and I had surgery the next day. I fought, hurt plenty of times. But then again, like I said, I think that's with a lot of fighters. I don't probably really know too many fighters that's walked in the ring.
Talk about
How
the
does it compare, though?
element of change in your preparation and training. What have you done? Anything different?
I'm just definitely, no, to be realistic, just trying to stay healthy. Yeah, that's my main thing. Just trying to stay healthy. Just like I said, everybody's been seeing me. They're like, man, he's leaned out crazy. He looking real slim. I just want to try to stay healthy as possible. I'm just going through these last few, surgeries. Like I say, I'm real muscular. I'm a really muscular kid. And, my dad's the same way. My brothers are the same way. It was very easy for me to put on, a lot of muscle. So I've been trying to stay lean, but on some new diets and just try to make sure I'm a lot more efficient.
How does it compare, though, to when you were at your prime at a younger age? Like how you're feeling now, post-surgery, now compared to 26, 27?
Oh, man, anybody Antonio can tell you, you're a young boy, you think you're Superman. You think you can jump over the building and fly. You know what I mean? But like I said, right now, at this age, you want to be able to take care of yourself. Conscious of everything you do, what you put in your mouth, how do you take care of your body? How do you look at life and your career in general.
Does that make you better now than you were then?
Sure, I believe with age, everybody gets wise. Especially if they really been through some, like obstacles. They have no choice but to learn. Get wiser from it.
I heard you talking about Hagler before.
Yeah.
Ernst Hagler, any memories of that fight?
Man, that was the era that I used to see, and I just sat there and watched, growing up. And that was a tremendous fight, man. Those guys were dogs. Those guys were just, those guys are just like battle hard, man. Different type of animals back then.
Why do you think that was?
I believe that we have a lot more now, for sure. For them, like a guy like Hagler, Hearn, those guys can get title fights until they have 40 fights, 50 fights. They really have to really dig it in. So I think it just didn't make didn't have no choice to them just to be hard, just go get it every time they want to title. So it's just a different, demographic.